Oh yeah, we have them in our world too. Its name is Missing No, and he is really quite scary indeed. He implants fake visions of vast wealth and power in your head, while in reality, he slowly drags you into the ocean so that you die, and he erases all your save data. Some say that he's the result of vast inbreeding in legendary Pokemon, but no one can agree on what he looks like, and only one old man knows his secrets, and he's a pedophile. I mean, he's blind.
Oh, well, have you heard about the Among Us Simpposter? Apparently, if you message a gamer girl over Discord after midnight and call her your little sussy kitten, the imposter calls you at 1 a.m. in the morning and disables your power. And if you don't do 3 tasks and then scream emergency meeting, you'll be bullied for the first 3 years of high school.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty scary. But what about the no-clip killer?
What? He's not real.
Oh yeah, he is, baby. I went to community college with an NPC that was from Skyrim, and he told me about this one guy that clipped through his fruit stall and was trapped under the ground for 3 whole minutes before he could get out. Said the whole time he was struggling, and there was a spooky black figure in the distant skybox, and it was slowly shuffling towards him the whole time. And legends say, if you get stuck, and he gets you, he murders you and drags you into this weird empty hallway filled with coffins where you spend all eternity.
Yikes, that's some creepy pasta right there. Lil Yeet.
Yeah, okay, that wasn't that bad. Kinda spooky.
Hey, what's going on in here?
Oh, hey guys. It's nothing. Just a couple of buds shooting the breeze about video game cryptids.
Video game... what? Crypto what? What'd you say?
Yeah, my portfolio is down. Like a lot.
What?
No, not crypto. Cryptids. Cursed characters that haunt the different video game dimensions.
Yeah, like Herobrine or the Baconator.
They're pretty much the boogeyman of our game worlds, but here's the thing, guys. They're real.
What? No, those are all fake. I read tons of articles debunking them as glitches or like leftover developer models and stuff.
Oh, really? And what about the one that haunts GameCorp then?
What? What one?
You don't know about the waterlogger? A supposed monster born in the doomed waters of Lake Matheson.
It can travel through any corporate building, through the sinks or the drinking fountains, even the toilets.
And then, when you least expect it, the waterlogger jumps out and creates accounting errors in your Excel sheets and gets you fired.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, and it also beats you up and steals your wallet to make investments, even though it's terrible with money.
No way. You guys are just trying to spook us.
Yeah, you guys can't fool us.
No.
Then I suppose you aren't afraid to do the ritual?
The ritual?
Oh yeah, the ritual. Everyone knows that if you take a drink from the water fountain at lunchtime,
And then post a stupid question about Microsoft Excel on Stack Overflow.
And then count backwards from 10 to 1, skipping 4, the waterlogger will leap out and snatch your W-2s.
What? Joke's on you, because we're on lunch and I haven't done my taxes yet. So we're calling your bluff.
You haven't done your taxes?
I was kind of hoping the government would collapse this year.
Were we all?
Yeah.
Well, all right then. Let's see it, big boy.
Fine. Easy. Because there's nothing to be afraid of. Right, guys?
Knowing this place?
No, it's fine, dude. You got it. Go on, JB.
Wait, are you not coming with me?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Well, here we go. Water fountain. All right, open up Stack Overflow. And how do I divide a cell by 0? Okay, and post. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1, 0. Duh, see? I told you it was gonna be 5.
Oh! Jesus fuck,
He's
it's
awakened the
real!
beast! Everybody
Shit,
run!
we're all
oh my
gonna die.
god, Chet, I cannot
Oh, God.
believe it.
It's worse than Mudkip. Everybody run.
No! My important tax information!
Hello and welcome to GameCorp, the best damn podcast this side of the video game dimension. We are your host. I am Cowboy.
I'm the Flatwood Monster.
He's Jake.
And I'm JB, a.k.a. the Jizz Beast.
No, he's back! He's here!
I'm back,
He's
baby.
Oh,
Get over here.
disgusting. Hey, has he ever made a public appearance before, or is that just our gross, off-air joke?
That's all it is.
And we're never going to explain it to the audience.
Not
We're
once.
here to interview a rogue scholar,
Yes.
the Jizz Beast.
Yes, quite.
And I'm joined with
Jizz
the Jizz Beast and Dr. Pterodactyl.
It is I, the Jizz Beast.
You never did explain Dr.
And
Pterodactyl
I never
either.
will. All right. So in this episode, we're getting really interesting. We're getting paranormal with it. We didn't cover video games this time around exactly. It's video game related. We all know the spooky dooky secrets of the backwoods. We all know our Bigfoots, our Loch Ness monsters, our alien abductions. But did you ever stop to think that maybe that kind of stuff happens in video games too? Ooh.
Spooky.
Yeah, we're going to explore a couple stories that dive. I almost choked. Deep.
It's the Jizz Beast. He's here.
God damn it. Well, we have a very packed episode for you guys. But before we begin with anything, news alert.
Meow, meow, meow.
It's back. Guys, it's back as of this recording. Probably, actually, before this recording, it's back. We did it. Let's shake hands, gentlemen. We fucking did it. The Mexican
handshakes.
pizza is back!
Oh.
Hell yeah.
That delicious, spicy Mexican circle of crunchy goodness is back at Taco Bell. Everybody rejoice. You know, I feel like I was directly part of that, not to brag, but I do feel like I was directly part of bringing the Mexican pizza back to the nation, because I was using our Twitter account secretly to yell at Taco Bell a lot. And I yelled at them all the time to bring it back. And hey, look, it's back. It's back, baby.
It's back, baby.
You were a core component of that legislation being passed.
Yeah, I had to go to a hearing. It was pretty wild.
I lobbied Congress.
Yeah, I am a beef lobbyist for sure.
Yes,
That
Paid
spicy
off Big
beef lobby.
Taco.
Mm-hmm.
I am part of the spicy beef lobby. Okay.
The arch nemesis of the bun lobby.
Yes. Okay.
The feud is ongoing.
All right, let's go ahead and jump into some listener questions here. I'm going to bring it back. Let's do it classic style. I don't think I need Anne's help this time. Today, I installed this really cool rope to my left. Ooh.
Neat.
Let's go ahead
It
and...
disappears into the rafters.
Yeah, it's all the way at the top of the building. But check this out. When I pull the rope... Just give it a couple more pulls. And what it's going to do, guys, it's going to summon a bunch of messenger crows. And, here they are.
Kind of loud.
And they're going to deliver. Yeah, they're going to deliver the listener. Oh, this bell is loud. They're going to deliver.
So many crows.
Stop scratching. They're going to give me that little.
That's like some Harry Potter shit.
Ow! They're going to deliver that. Ow!
Oh, God. Have you seen the movie Birds?
Ow!
This doesn't end well, Jake.
Stop! Oh, God! Help me!
No,
God, they're in my
That'll
eye!
just
Help me!
anger them more, right? We're fine to sit this
Give
out.
me that!
Kind of brought that upon himself.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want us to help you?
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
Thanks. All right. This listener question is brought to you by Radical Randy's Cool Ranch Crucifixes. Ghost hunting has never tasted so good.
What? Yum.
Do you lick the crucifix? How does that even work?
I don't even want to know. Okay, so Sleepless and Cyrodiil asks, excluding portals, what video game weapon would you use to rob a bank?
Oh,
I think this
I
is
like
a
that
really
they
fun
eliminated
question.
the low-hanging fruit, too. I love when people take the easy answer out.
Yeah, because portals is always the obvious answer, but that's not the funniest answer, the most fun.
Oh, we want the most fun answer?
We want the best
Oh.
that you got.
JB puts away his spreadsheet.
Oh, no. I went serious with this.
I had
Oh,
a
you went
PowerPoint
serious with this
presentation.
question?
I was like,
Okay.
if I was going to rob a bank, what weapon would I want? And the answer is the lightsaber from the Phantom Menace, where you go in, you're Ewan McGregor, and you have to cut open the giant vault door that's insurpassable, just like a
You're
regular
sexy.
vault.
You got long hair.
Yeah,
I assume that's a package deal.
it is. It for sure is. So lightsaber.
And what he sticks that into almost even looks like a bank vault.
It
It's like
really
that
does.
round drawers, the round doors. Yeah, that's a good.
Okay.
But then,
That's where I got the inspiration.
Here's the question, though. When you step in and the guards inevitably begin pumping rounds into you, those go right through your lightsaber, I assume.
No, you just deflect them.
No. It's Star Wars canon. The Mandalorians used projectile bullets because they would hit the lightsaber and turn into molten lead and spray all over the Jedi using it.
Ow. Or even split.
Yeah.
Like, let's say they cut them in half. You still taking shrapnel to both shoulders.
Oh, no.
Oh, where's your spreadsheets now?
You forgot to add force powers to stop the bullets like Neo.
You didn't bring a single force power.
I should have said force powers. That's the answer.
Well, you can't walk it back now. And
wait, I figured it out.
I think you're doing 20 to life.
No, I get into the bank from underneath. No guards, no nothing.
Using a lightsaber?
A lightsaber and Mini Coopers. I Italian job this bitch.
Oh, my God.
All right, Cowboy, what do you got?
I think I'm going to go with Kirby. Because of the problem that you stated.
Does that count? Kirby's a person, not a weapon.
He's a
living weapon?
He's a walking weapon. He's a living weapon.
He's a living weapon, but he does have... Does that count? I don't think that counts. Because you can't be like, I use... No, go ahead.
I use Kirby. I suck up any gunfire that comes in. I suck the bank vault door right in my mouth, use it as a shield, blocking all the bullets.
Right.
Get into the bank vault, suck up all the money. I don't even bother opening the safety deposit boxes. They get ripped right out of the wall, right down the gullet, right?
Right.
I turn into money because I down B, and then I start just shitting money everywhere whenever I want because I'm suddenly a money printing machine. And that's my life.
Whoa.
Right. Give him the suck. I get it.
Give him the big suck and shit money.
The suck and
come
shit.
Back to me. Circle back to me. I'm gonna.
Are you gonna workshop that crazy bonkers answer? Okay.
I was kind of fast on that.
I like that answer.
You played a little too fast and loose there.
I was a loose cannon, and I deserve to turn in my badge on that one. I'm gonna mull that one over.
God.
What you got, Jake?
I mean, shit, man. My answer is the most practical. So I walk into the bank. I look like everybody else there, except on my back is this very indiscreet blue backpack. And then I say, you guys want your eggs fried or scrambled? And I pull out my kazooie, and I light up the bank with my blue eggs, flip over, kazooie runs to the bank vault, does flippy powers, we kick the shit out of it, it opens up, I grab the money, kazooie flies away, no one can catch me.
Your weapon is an ostrich?
Your weapon is just a bird.
It's a kazooie.
In a backpack.
It's a kazooie. My bird in the
kazooie's
backpack.
Its name. It's just a fucking bird.
my kazooie and I will live with our millions of dollars in the Cayman Islands because kazooie flies me there, of course. And happily ever after, wham bam, thank you, ma'am.
You gave me shit for choosing Kirby, the living apocalyptic weapon.
Hey, you open the door.
You choose to be a bear with a bird, or maybe
no,
just a dude.
A dude. I'm a Jake with a bird.
You're Jake with a bird in your backpack, and you think that'll work.
Yeah. She can go real fast and shoot eggs at the bad good guys, and she got real strong legs to kick open the bank vault. I could put the money in the backpack. She can fly. I mean, it has everything.
I love that on paper, and I would love to see in reality just how poorly that would go. I would love to see it.
I want to see an Ocean's 11 of all three of us using our powers to rob a bank.
Oh, God. That would be pretty...
We got a lightsaber, we got Kirby, and we got a bird.
Banjo-Kazooie.
A kazooie. A kazooie. All right, Sleepless and Cyrodiil, there's your answer. It's the Epic Dream Team listed above. As always, email us, hit us up on Twitter, DM us, anywhere that you want. It's anything, basically, at welcometogamecorp.com. Hit us up with those voice emails also, because we will play them on the show. If you want to hear your voice on the show, go on Anchor, hit us up with those voice emails, and we'll answer your questions, man. Make them weird. Make them creepy. Make us uncomfortable. I'm actually daring you guys. Make us uncomfortable this time. Next episode, I better be uncomfortable.
If you're on Spotify, just go to the description. There's a link in there. Twice even, I think. Click it, take it to Anchor, sign up for an account, because you have to, and leave a voicemail. You'll be immortalized. Do it. Thank you.
Forever.
All right, and speaking of listening to your questions, we also want to listen to your answers, and that's why it's time for the audience question. Hell yeah. This audience question is brought to you by Professor Z's Home for Gifted Cryptids. Are you a freak of nature? A disgusting abomination?
Yes.
A crime against nature? Total disgrace, horrible piss on the grave of Darwin, throw your feces at God and laugh as he recoils, absolute cosmic mistake of a monster?
You can just say my name.
Well, now you can. At Professor Z's home for gifted cryptids, you can be yourself and also not have to be yourself anymore because, well, we'll fix you. And honestly, you're kind of fucked up.
Whoa.
I'm looking at you, reverse mermaid. Well, you'll sleep tight because it's time to catch some Z's at Professor Z's home for gifted cryptids.
It's pretty good. I liked it. It's a good product or service.
Yeah. Last episode, we asked you what game has the best co-op, and we had a ton, an absolute metric fuck ton of responses. And of course, I'm going to keep reading these, all of them, until it becomes unfeasible. So,
oh my God.
Starting out from our Discord. Hey, make sure to join us on Discord, baby.
Link in the description.
Link in the description. Metroid Mike comes in and says, "Ya mum."
Of course.
Of course. Riku Nova tells us to GTFO, and also that GTFO had the best co-op.
Oh, yeah, it's a game.
Yeah, the coordination and communication make the game.
That might have just been a coincidence, though.
No, I'm just reading into it. I saw GTFO, and I was like, how dare you? Oh, okay, I get it. That's a game. Also, our arch nemesis, Siege, from 1H1D, says double dragon. We got the beef. He's got double dragon for the hot tag team action.
Ooh,
and also
with
Army
or
of Two.
without Battletoads.
Yes, with or without Battletoads. And also Army of Two. And also A Way Out. He never follows the rules. That's why he's our arch nemesis.
How dare he?
Beef. All right, moving on to Twitter. Go give us a follow, baby. Stork sent a gif of Bubble Bobble. And it reminded me of the Bubble Bobble Hillbilly Rodeo song. Do you know that song?
No.
I love it so very, very much. It goes, "Come on, Bubba, it's time to play some Bubble Bobble." And then it goes into, it's good. Look it up.
I love it.
Yeah, it's so good.
The only thing Bubble Bobble makes me think of is when me and Jake sleep deprived ourselves.
Yes.
Late into like 6 a.m. trying to beat Bubble Bobble in one night.
We tried to beat it in one night, and at the end, we were so out of our minds, like the room was spinning. It was such a weird feeling.
It was bad.
Yeah, that's way too many bubbles to bobble. Ramblin' Ronnie's podcast said Overcooked 1 and 2. Absolutely. Great games. Great to play with the significant other. Even if they're not a gamer. I noticed that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bad Elephant Gaming, what up?
What up? Podcast.
Podcast spouse.
I was about to yell beef again. That didn't make sense.
Are we? Yeah. Beef, but the good kind.
Good beef.
Steak dinner, baby.
Where's the beef?
Steak dinner. Opposite of beef.
So Bad Elephant Gaming and also Geek Out Freak Out both said Gears of War.
Yes.
Yeah, I know someone loves it.
The Horde mode on that was so fucking good when it came out.
Yeah, that was 2, right? Gears 2. The Horde mode,
yes,
so good.
Gears 2. Which started like Mass Effect's Horde mode and all the other games. I think it was like the first thing. So good.
I remember anytime I would go over to Cowboy's house right in the Gears of War era, I'd be like, "Hey, what do we want to play?" And he'd be like, "Gears of War." And I'd be like,
War.
"No, all right."
Oh, dude.
I was very lukewarm on it.
Oh,
killing buggies is in my DNA.
We rocked that shit hard, man. But like to beat Horde mode from 1 to 50 million or whatever, it took like almost 4 hours.
It got wild too. It was fun.
Oh, it sure did. It was always like a game I would play, but it wasn't my favorite.
Fair.
What else do we got? Mackenzie Lambert came in hot with Rock Band 3, which is the correct answer.
Ayo.
Yeah. I love that reply because I didn't even put rhythm games in my mind because they're party games. But yeah, that's co-op.
It is absolutely co-op. And it's so much fun when you have like
so good.
The front, background, guitar, drums, singer. When you have the whole thing, it's a fun time.
And it's pretty sad that shit died off with couch co-op dying off.
Yep.
Like that shit doesn't exist anymore.
It's going to make a comeback, I'm pretty sure.
Maybe in VR.
That's what I was thinking.
VR.
Also, Gaming Together podcast and Liv from Between Two Gamers agreed with Rock Band.
Oh, yeah.
Also, from Twitter, we got Be a Dead Source, who pulled a Kanye and said, "Hold up, I'm going to let you finish in a second, but Portal 2 had one of the best co-op multiplayer experiences of all time. Of all time!"
It was good at taking a game that was single player and making it work with co-op. I mean, it seemed kind of obvious, but yeah, they did really good to put some complexity in it and made it fun.
Yeah.
Especially with having to do like simultaneous shooting, like midair flying through the air and having to shoot portals under each other. Like Some of the gameplay in that got crazy.
That's
it's
true.
A great,
Yeah, Portal
it's
2
a great
is great.
entry.
We also have Ya Like That podcast, Friday Night Gamecast, and Porn Stash WWYD, who said Army of Two.
Interesting.
I like
a
Army
lot
of
of
Two.
votes for that one, yeah?
Yeah.
Did that one not get panned? Was that not a bad game? I must have misunderstood that then.
It was a fun game. I used to
never
play
played
it a lot.
it.
Yeah.
We also have Dead is Touching Grass, who said It Takes Two for the couch co-op, but Divinity Original Sin 2 for online.
It Takes Two, the game that won co-op for the year or game of the year. Yeah, that's right. That is the answer.
Yeah.
I guess
think
it's
about
the most that's textbooked.
Sanctioned by the Game Awards.
Yeah.
That is the answer.
Fair enough. We also have 20 Tim Minutes, who says Left 4 Dead, and also probably provided the best GIF I've seen in days or maybe weeks.
What was the gift?
It was one of those Left 4 Dead guys just like rambling along, but it was like kind of cute and kind of gross. It was just
Go
really...
to our Twitter.
I just go to the Twitter. Look at 20 Tim Minutes. And then there's more from Twitter, so I'm just going to speed round it real quick. Otherwise, we're going to be here all day.
More?
There's more.
No comments. Hit
So
it.
we got Big Nick says Quake, Scatterbrain Podcast says Halo and Gears of War, all of them. And then Ash J. Williams says Left 4 Dead or any of the Lego games.
Obviously.
There we go. And then also we're going to move over to Facebook, aka the Wasteland.
Christ.
Wasteland. Mitchell says It Takes Two. Robbie agreed, saying how innovative the co-op was. Mark, aka Pure Evil in the chat, says Box Spring Bounce. And his wife agreed, saying that they're going to be playing that for the rest of their life. Orgy in the old folks home, anybody?
I haven't heard of that yet.
Hey-o.
And
Weird.
Thomas says Overcooked. And that is
right.
all of the answers. Thank you so much for going out there. And once
This
again,
is
I will
getting out of
continue to
control.
read them
Yeah.
This
until
is getting...
they kick me off the podcast.
This is getting out of control. You guys need to quit answering our questions. We can't
Answer them
dedicate.
more.
We can't dedicate 25% of our show to this.
Oh, we can and we will. Get out there. Get out in droves. We want to hear what you have to say. And this episode, we're going to ask, which cryptid is most likely to make their way up the chain of command at Waffle House? Make sure you go out and you send us those answers any way you can. Look at the description. There's going to be a poll there. Spotify, everywhere. Twitter, Instagram, Discord, email, whatever you got.
It was a joke suggestion.
It became the real one. That's what you
Okay.
get.
That's what I get for making fun of your audience question.
Hey losers, there's some weirdo who says they have a meeting with you. Shall I gas him and get rid of the body?
And not again.
Again.
Oh, awesome. That must be our guest.
Guest.
Yeah, I hired an expert on cryptids to help us with the creature that took your W-2s, dude.
Oh, god damn it. Jake, what did I say about hiring people off of Craigslist?
Oh, not again.
Oh.
No, I didn't. It wasn't Craigslist. I swear. I didn't find anybody on Craigslist.
Oh.
Well,
Then
where'd
where?
you get them from?
Groupon.
Oh.
Groupon.
Yeah, man. I was on Groupon and I found like a buy one get one on nude modeling and cryptozoology consultation, and I saved $7 on it, dude. So I decided to go with it.
Not bad. I've always wanted to try that.
Groupon. Okay. All right. Yep. Let's bring him in. See how this goes.
Hello, boys. So good to see you again.
No,
Oh,
no.
hey, Hubert.
It's him.
Especially you two firebrands.
It's the guy from last time.
Let's go ahead and take these painting supplies. I'll go ahead and set up right over here where the lighting is so good.
Jake, you remember
What?
him from last time when he took off his shirt
Yeah.
and then you saw cryptids plus nude modeling? And that didn't raise any sort of red flag with you?
Okay, look, I mean, I don't have a budget for this stuff, dude. Like, I got to pay for stuff out of my own pocket. It was $7.
That's quite the savings.
It's quite.
That's
the
a good
saving.
amount
It's quite the
with the
saving.
way the economy is. All right. Retracted.
Have you thought about what pose you guys would want? Something spread out, maybe a little more modest?
No.
Would you
do
like
we
to
have-
paint me from the back?
Thinking like Michelangelo's The Thinker?
Very sophisticated. Can you put on a robe? It's not part of the Groupon, and you know it.
We can't just do the crypto consultation. We have to do both.
It's a package deal, and you know it, baby.
Oh,
Oh, no, it's fine, guys. I got it.
Okay.
got what? JB,
Oh,
why
no,
are
no,
you
no, no,
naked?
no, no.
What do you think? Flex? Don't
No.
flex.
No, it's
Why are you
it's-
naked?
One is bad enough. Put your pants on.
What? You said nude model. I said I always wanted to try it.
It's not us.
We
It
don't-
says right here in the
we
Groupon.
paint.
One
He's
nude
nude.
model. One
Oh.
nude model.
Nude painting means him, not us.
Oh.
You guys
Jesus,
can
man.
get comfortable if you want. I don't
No,
mind.
no.
Oh,
No,
we're doing the painting.
Oh, this is getting worse.
That's
He put the
embarrassing.
paintbrush like on the table.
All right, let's just do it. I just want to get this figured out, get this damn cryptid out of our building.
Go ahead and start with my silhouette. I'll just go ahead and make myself comfortable. You guys tell me about your problems. Old Hubert will tell you what to do.
This is worse than that wine and
Okay.
class my wife made me do.
I mean, my problem is the IRS, if I'm being honest.
Tell me about it. Did you guys want a glass of wine?
Oh, yeah,
No,
please.
okay. No, the problem that
I'll
we
take one.
have.
I'm gonna take. I need it for this. Thank you.
I'll take one as well. The problem that we have is he's a water cryptid. He travels. What was Luke saying? He travels through the pipes or something.
The water blogger.
The what?
No. Yeah, that was it.
Water-
No, the water logger. It's called the water logger. He steals your like account information or your like he stole his W-2s. He's like a numbers creature, but with I don't really know.
Yeah.
Be sure to get the curves, boys.
Oh,
How am I supposed to itemize my deductions if I don't have my W-2?
Free Tax USA, of course. Anyway,
Jake, can I borrow your red? A lot of it.
yeah, here. Yeah,
Thanks. Gross.
I'm using a lot of blue. Boy's got a lot of bruises on him.
Weird.
So you boys had a run-in with the waterlogger, huh?
Yeah, that's his name, the water logger. That's right. You know him?
Oh, I know about the waterlogger. Legends say the waterlogger used to be a Confederate soldier with dreams of becoming a banker, and he fell into the swamps of Lake Matheson, and he died. His soul remained and was warped into the waterlogger, forever cursed to wander the lands, doing math real bad, and sharing his unpopular political views to boot. That's weird.
That can't be right. That's so weird.
I think the
Like,
water
that's a
logger
thing?
might have went to my Thanksgiving.
What?
Yeah.
No, your relatives just suck, dude. That's all.
guys. So that's a real. That's a real thing. You didn't just make that shit up. Textbook, baby.
Okay. So it's a bad mathing water creature. What do we do about it? How do we like what? Bigfoot? If you throw popcorn at Bigfoot, it scares him. I know Loch Ness Monster doesn't like radio waves. So what do we do with the water logger?
Make sure to get my butt real good here. I'm showing you a lot of the good stuff.
Can you
Make
lift
sure-
your leg a bit?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
So, in order to get rid of the waterlogger, experts say that first you need to recite an ancient incantation.
Okay.
The Gettysburg Address, of course.
What the fuck?
And we need to purify the area with Old Bay seasoning, making sure to liberally season the monster as well.
Delicious.
That stuff.
Old Bay,
That's the worst.
like fish seasoning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's delicious and effective. That
Makes
doesn't
sense.
even sound real.
None of this sounds real. I'm losing my mind.
Last, after he's been seasoned, and recite the Gettysburg Address to weaken the monster, you have to take a 10-pound sack of navel oranges and beat the shit out of it. Just really get in there, really grind those
Nice.
oranges into it. Just beat the shit out of it. Just really like pow, pow, just like give him the good stuff.
Do
Just-
the oranges have like mystical properties?
No, he's a monster. You got to use something. Just
Yeah, and
really
those
just
don't leave bruises.
Yeah, right.
Oh, jeez.
A lot of movies say that anyway. I don't know.
Okay.
That after you really, really, really give it to him good, just go ahead and flush him down a toilet or something. No more waterlogger. Easy peasy.
All right. I'm done. Okay.
Ooh, let me see what you'd made.
That's not bad.
I know. That's the worst part about it.
You caught the little back dimples and everything, dude. You're really good at this.
I'm kind of good at this.
Huh. All right, boys, your time is up. If there's anything else you need, be sure to hit me up on Groupon for another buy one, get one.
Where did we get that shit? Like Old Bay seasoning, a sack of oranges? Like, we don't have time to go out and buy it.
Of course I brought it. It's part of the BOGO. Here, take it.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, I brought everything. I mean, I am a professional.
Yeah,
I
all
mean,
that for
okay,
$7.
that's pretty-
Wow.
No, I
And
saved $7. This was considerably expensive.
And the acrylics were
Oh.
actually pretty nice, honestly. Like, it was a good... And my paintbrush was...
Go ahead,
that was
keep
real
him. I don't care what you do with him. He paid for it.
Okay, I mean...
Right, boys. Be careful and beat the shit out of that fish for me. I included a map, too, to where you can find the waterlogger.
Oh, nice.
Wow,
Wait,
okay.
how? He's in the building.
Yeah, this is like an old-timey map. Oh my god, it's a map of GameCorp.
Good luck, boys. If you're ever lonely, hit me up.
Thanks, Hubert.
Thanks, Hubert.
Man, we're really lucky that he had all of the things that we needed to defeat the monster just with him.
It was so narratively convenient, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know how to feel right now. Well, while I put this painting on Etsy and see if I can make some money on it, let's go and break for an let's go and break for an ad. But when we return, get ready to be spooky dookied out of your pants with some creepy video game cryptids. Woo with me, guys. Ghost noises. Ready? Ooh! Fucking nailed it.
It feels like yesterday when it all started. That's when everything changed.
He seemed like such a normal guy, you know? I guess you never really know the people you work with.
Hello? Is anybody using this conference room? Oh god! It's everywhere!
Coming this summer to GameCorp Plus.
Dude, what the hell is going on? Why would someone do this?
We can't let this happen again. Everyone, look out!
Exclusively to Tier 3 subscribers.
Oh god, it's on me! Get it off! Somebody shoot him! Help me!
And crypto bros who invested in GameCoin.
Oh god, it smells so bad!
If it can happen to you, it can happen to anybody!
Please, I don't want it to end like this.
The Poopening.
Whoa, watch out! Aw, dude, did someone poop in the conference room?
Oh, gross. It's on my shoe.
Ew.
Do you have a napkin?
Why would anybody poop in the conference room? Why? Why?
I'll never tell.
Fascinations with the mysteries of this world, both normal and paranormal, permeate throughout all of recorded human history. From ancient myths about dragons, krakens, and giants, to modern folktales about Bigfoot and the Loch Ness Monster, humanity has always had a keen fascination with the other. Our curiosity drives us as a species to wonder. We wonder what lies over the horizon, what hides beyond the stars, and oftentimes, what goes bump in the night. Humanity is hardwired to find meaning in everything they encounter, but sometimes they encounter things beyond definition. In this uncertainty lives the paranormal, where encounters with the other defy reason. Surprisingly, the virtual worlds contained in our favorite video games are not exempt from encounters with the paranormal. Within their carefully crafted realities lie encounters with creatures that simply don't belong. Their very existence lies counter to the painstakingly crafted world in which they inhabit. In today's episode, we delve into the paranormal and come face to face with the denizens of the bizarre that have come to inhabit the world of video games in a segment we like to call Welcome to Spooky Corp.
Spooky Corp. I like that. It's spooky.
Yeah, I came up with that all by myself. Doesn't it sound last minute?
You're so brave.
Yeah, the meat and potatoes of today's episode is I have a few stories for you guys, and they surround video game cryptids. If you're unfamiliar with the term, a cryptid is a Bigfoot. It's weird creatures that may exist, may not exist. Everybody knows about them, and there's air quotes, evidence to support they exist, but do they really? Nah, I don't think so. But
you gonna answer that question in tonight's episode?
In tonight's episode, I answer, nah. But maybe. I don't know. I'm not a fucking Bigfoot man, expert, dude, guy. So let's go ahead and jump into our first story.
Ooh, let's get it on. I'm ready.
Our first stop on this paranormal sideshow of the video game world comes all the way from Liberty City. Sometime after Grand Theft Auto 4 was released in 2008, players started reporting sightings of a strange creature that inhabited Liberty City's underground subway network.
Oh.
These sightings went one of two ways. Oftentimes, the player would only catch vague glimpses of someone or something running away into the dark at high speeds. Accompanying these sightings, players often heard footsteps emanating from deep within the subway tunnels and the occasional squeak of what could be only a sewer rat. However, sometimes players would be met with a much grislier fate while exploring the subway system. There are certain parts of the subway system where players have reported and even supplied photo evidence, I'm not even joking, of a terrifying...
Screenshot evidence.
Yeah, terrifying screenshotted evidence of a terrifying creature that stands like a man, but has the head of a rat, along with sharp teeth, frightening red eyes, and hands that contain razor-sharp claws.
Wait a minute, that's not a cryptid, that's just Splinter.
It is Master Splinter. You're right. It's Master Splinter.
That's just Mr. Splinter.
It's Splinter. I am talking about the hit game Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time. Yeah,
he's just
right.
You got it.
You got it. No, this is Grand Theft Auto, baby. Grand Theft Auto 4, and Grand Theft Auto isn't known for spooky monsters. Yeah, this comes from Grand Theft Auto 4. If Liberty City didn't key you guys in. Actually, I said it. I said it at the beginning.
I always forget, but that's the more serious one with
It is
Nico.
pretty serious. Yeah, it is more serious.
Fucking beautiful game, dude.
Yeah.
So he had it.
Yeah. The creature would chase down the player with inhuman speed.
What?
Okay. All right.
That's a serious reaction.
Chase them with inhuman speed. All right. And he'd insta-kill them with a swipe of his clawed hand. Players who did manage to survive the encounter reported the creature would then run away screaming, "I am Ratman!"
No way.
Yeah. And because of that, this sewer-dwelling cryptid would come to be known as the Ratman.
Oh, that's reasonable.
That's really creative. I'm surprised they came up with such a creative name.
Yeah, isn't it?
Based on the story you just told, the web you just wove.
Are you sure this isn't just a dedication to details like the homeless populating the subway systems? I mean, they're very thorough in those
Funny
games.
you should mention that. That might come up later in the story.
Oh, the plot thickens.
Like a soup. Soon after a stew? What thickens? Stew. Soon after, it doesn't matter. Soon after the sightings began, internet sleuths, video gamers, and YouTube personalities the world over donned their Sherlock caps and got to work, trying to uncover the mystery of the Ratman of Liberty City.
You can just say Reddit, dude. You can just say
the Ratman. If you want to unravel the mysteries of the Ratman, just come over here. I made some soup and or stew for you.
Okay,
I'm the Ratman.
all right, Reddit. All right, Reddit did it. There's blogs, too. It's not just Reddit. There's Grand Theft Auto blogs. This is 2008, baby.
Blogs.
Wow.
Okay.
This is back when blogs kind of like still had a lot of power. Many of these people, Redditors, had prior experience hunting down the paranormal as well, as the GTA series is no stranger when it comes to encounters with video game cryptids. In fact, the previous game, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, had its own mystery surrounding encounters with the legendary cryptid himself, Bigfoot.
That is true.
I remember that vaguely.
Yeah, people used to say that Bigfoot was in San Andreas. You know, even though he wasn't. He wasn't there. He wasn't there.
Wait, what? He's not?
No, he's actually not. No, he's not in the game. He's not in the game, but people swore he was and swore that they saw him. Very interesting how that works.
Huh.
When tales of the subterranean Ratman started spreading, people were quick to action. Many players started scouring the vast subway system, mapping out which tunnels the subway did and didn't use. They also spotted several areas of interest, including an abandoned subway station in Chinatown and a large and spacious underground chamber that connects many of the rail lines together, known within the community as the Underground Rubbish Pit. The underground rubbish pit is notable. The underground rubbish pit is notable due to a number of homeless NPCs who have taken up residence there, but more on that later.
No, see, I was right. That was the thing. That's the thing I said earlier.
That's the thing you said.
Yeah. It all comes full circle.
As players scoured the subway for clues, some turned their gaze to areas surrounding subway entrances scattered throughout Liberty City.
Okay.
Among the first clues to Ratman's existence were puddles of a strange orange liquid on the ground around the Easton subway service station in Easton, Algonquin. if I'm saying that right. I don't know. It's made up. Players
orange juice. It's got to be orange juice.
It's orange juice. It's orange juice. People drink orange juice on the subway.
Orange juice.
Rats love vitamin C. Says right there on the label. Players assume these strange puddles had to be nothing else than rat man blood.
Not his piss?
My
guess was
not his piss. It couldn't be anything else but rat man blood.
Wait. Right, that tracks because rats bleed red, humans bleed red.
Yeah.
Rat-human hybrid, orange.
Orange.
Obviously.
Wait. Why was Ratman bleeding at the top?
You know, don't dive too much into it. We don't know. Why does Ratman bleed? Maybe
so
Ratman
deep.
bleeds. Maybe Ratman bleeds. I don't know.
Maybe Ratman has his time of the month. I mean, we don't know his species.
We don't know. We don't know his species. We don't know.
That's true. We don't know.
We don't know.
That's what it's got to be. He comes up to, like, you know.
Some people say.
Some people.
Some people. Soon, more orange blood puddles were found in other places within the subway system, along with one notable example of supposed Ratman blood on top of the abandoned hospital's roof. Why would he be there? Another interesting clue, or maybe even Easter egg, as Easter eggs hold actual validity within the video game world.
Oh, yeah.
Is a curious bit of blood splatter within a building across from the Bohan safe house. Players who enter the building can view pooled blood on the ground that some say look like the head of a rat. Next to the pooled blood are random scribblings on the wall. The scribblings seem to come from someone or something that has gone mad.
Well, okay, hold on. So here's something people forget about video games. They're like, oh, that's just coincidence. You know, it's Scrabble. Somebody put that there. Everything in a video game is meticulously placed.
Absolutely. The world is crafted.
Mm-hmm. That's why when you're like, oh, it's just a coincidence, nothing is. These are developer-intended things. That's why conspiracy theorists in games aren't crazy. Only the ones in real life are, where coincidences are real. In video games, these people are geniuses. Ratman is real. Hashtag Ratman is real 2022. Let's bring it back.
Let's bring it back. There are people today, I shit you not, there are people today, because I scour the Grand Theft Auto blogs.
You went to the blogs? 2020 blogs?
Yes, the blogs. There's still blogs /wikis / internet fandom sites.
Yeah.
And I kid you not, there were fresh posts while I was researching this of people still saying that they saw Ratman. To this day, people still swear that they've seen Ratman in the subway system.
At a Quiznos in real life.
Eat Quiznos subs.
No.
They got a pepper bar.
What's so crazy about that is, like, when I play GTA, all I do is drive around at high speeds and get into accidents.
Right.
Or just obey traffic laws for no good reason.
Oh my God, I do the same thing.
For no good reason. I'm just like, here's what I'm like as a citizen.
Yes.
And these people have donned their Sherlock's caps and they have given themselves a purpose in these virtual worlds. These people, they need to be hailed. They are not neckbeards in a basement wasting their lives. I don't know who said that. Maybe I just did. But
wow.
They are not that. They are savants and geniuses, and I praise them. If you're listening, I praise you.
Cowboy praises you.
While also demeaning you.
My goodness. Now, you may be saying at this point in the story, guys, the orange liquid on the ground is just dried motor oil, and you can easily find open cans of motor oil on the ground in the abandoned hospital, and also blood doesn't look like that, and the blood splatter on the wall doesn't look that much like a rat's head. It's just a coincidence, yada, yada, naysaying bullshit. And I'll say, yeah, that's totally all true, but take a load of this! In their unending search for clues about the existence of Ratman, players eventually started piecing together what would come to be called the Actor Industrial Park Incident.
Okay. The Actor Industrial Park Incident.
Yeah, it gets deep. Buddy, this gets deep.
AAP. IIP. AIPI.
He's having a stroke.
I'm acronyming.
It all started with a simple in-game web search on crapslist.net.
Oh, okay.
Liberty City's Craigslist proxy. When viewing active job posts, players found a post for human lab rats at Actor Industrial Park. The job detailed needing people for clinical trials. For a modest $10 an hour, they would spray pesticide into the participants' eyes and see what happens in true GTA fashion. Yeah,
when those pesticides were orange.
Bum, bum, bum.
Wait, where
is
they?
That really it?
No, I don't know. I don't know what pesticides were.
I was like, it's a video
lab
game.
rat man.
R-A-T.
When visiting the actual industrial park, there is a large section of abandoned factories that players theorize were once used as either nuclear or chemical product manufacturing. It seems there was an explosion that took place, leading to the abandonment of a large portion of the park, along with releasing some unknown toxin into the area. When exploring the industrial park, you can in fact find a chemical storage facility that seems to have suffered something akin to an explosion. It's there.
In a park.
Industrial park as in like a huge industrial area. Yeah. Not an actual park. Think like industrial buildings, chemical plants, things like that.
It's pretty simple-minded.
It's a portion of the map that has all this. And indeed, there's a part of the map with abandoned buildings. And you can find a storage facility that seems to have suffered something akin to an explosion. The top has been blown off. It's wrecked. And littered around this building are signs such as chemical store, keep out, wear eye protection, and risk of mutation.
Oh, it's the nail in the coffin. Ratman is real.
Ratman is real. Piecing all the evidence together, some players believe that participants in this study were caught in the accident, and one of them may have turned from lab rat into literal rat man.
Oh my god, the joke I made before is the legit connection.
Yes.
The thing I made up, like, well, that's ridiculous. Like, I'm making fun of these people is... I'm like that movie where the guy's like making fun of ballerinas and then he does ballet really good.
Yes. It's the same thing
right now.
It's the same thing. Okay.
Dude, this is real. The Ratman is real.
Ratman's real, baby.
It's not like fan canon gone awry where people are like, having a joke at some developer misplacement. They've discovered a huge meta Easter egg that Rockstar has placed for them.
Absolutely.
Beautiful
Unless...
people. What?
The hunt for the Ratman gained even more traction when a player, whose name I wasn't able to find, posted a story about his encounter with the beast in question. Here's where it gets juicy.
It's so juicy already.
While exploring the subway system, the player states he came upon the body of an NPC that had been gravely disfigured, presumably a victim of Ratman. As he explored further, the player was suddenly attacked by a hideous rat-headed beast. Before he was torn to shreds by the monster, he was able to take a picture of the screen with his phone.
Weird.
This picture, which would soon become the most well-known piece of evidence contributing to the Ratman story, showed a conveniently, if not thematically appropriate, washed-out and blurry image of a humanoid figure with beady eyes and large, circular mouse ears attacking the player. The player stated the monster was able to kill him instantly, preventing any further video evidence.
Circular mouse ears?
But
that's a mouse.
And in the distance, we hear, ha ha! So.
Oh boy, I'm the Ratman! I had you the whole time. I bleed orange, bitch!
I got Florida in these veins! Okay, so. Now, okay. Now, one would assume, with this evidence, the case of the Ratman of Liberty City would be all but confirmed.
Yeah.
This wouldn't be the case at all, however. YouTube personalities took to the internet, recording videos of their trips into the subway system, hoping to catch a glimpse of the Ratman himself. some even providing video evidence of encounters. GTA players who frequented message boards also posted their supposed sightings of Ratman. The story unfolded further when players started to tell stories of finding more dead bodies in the subway system. Most notably, a victim referred to as the blood donor. The blood donor would be found dead in the subway system, always next to a clipboard on the ground. And I have no idea where the name comes from. I don't know why they chose that. I think they were trying to be spooky. But it's the most famous quote-unquote victim of the Ratman.
Weird.
Yeah.
Well, because hospital, and so maybe there's some connection we don't know about where the rat needs blood because he's bleeding all the time.
Because his
and
blood's
clipboards. I've also seen clipboards at hospitals.
They use
it's
them.
Airtight.
It goes deeper.
It's evidence. There's unrefutable.
Unrefutable. It's absolutely unrefutable. The mountains of evidence seemed to be piling up, and the story became more and more convoluted as it went. A large portion of random internet strangers swore wholeheartedly that the Ratman was not only real, but they had first-hand encounters with the creature and had evidence to back it up. The gaming community at large, however, wasn't having the same luck. Adventures into the subway system for many players was met with long, boring tunnels and the occasional encampment of hobos. Why was it that on one hand you had a community of players swearing up and down that they have seen Ratman, and on the other, everyone else experiencing nothing at all?
I mean, I think I have the answer, unless you're just setting up for dramatics and you're about to tell us.
What's the answer? Let's hear it.
So, but I think this is a genius move. I've seen this. This is the RNG of certain people getting seeded games. This is the 1% chance. You are the person that gets that 1% chance copy of GTA that has the Ratman in it. And it creates this whole mythos around it where like people are like, 99% of gamers are like, he doesn't exist, because they didn't win the Ratman lottery. But you have that game. You have that 1% chance game, and yours has the Ratman, and that creates this mysterious mythos. I think that's it. I've seen it before.
You know, that's interesting, because I was originally thinking like, oh, because those people lied. But now that you explain it like that, like
that too,
there can't be any other answer. Like, it has to be that the developers created cursed discs specifically for certain people, including YouTube personalities whose money is tied to seeing the
copies.
Ratman.
Absolutely.
Blogs directly related to Ratman. People who have a financial interest in the Ratman being real
People
are given
on
these
Reddit.
copies. It's not that they're I mean, these are very trustworthy individuals. So, I mean, there's no other option.
Clear as day, man.
But also, devil's advocate, people on the internet are great at lying in large groups. They love lying together and creating Morbius, the Morbius sweep. Tons of people on the internet right now all pretending like the movie Morbius was great.
Right, it's Morbin
time. People love lying together. It's Morbin time.
Yeah.
The internet is full of people who will lie together. So
No.
Wait, no, there's filters for lying. There's no lying on the internet. The filters catch that. So it could go either way. It could be either. Who knows?
Who knows? Well, let's find out.
Do you know, Jake?
Oh,
Is it
I
you?
just might. Let's find out. Let's dive further.
I'm ready. I'm fucking ready.
At this point, this is when white hats, code kiddies, and bored PC gamers who like to comb through files stepped up.
Yes, data miners.
To do what they do best. That's right, data miners. They looked at random strings of code.
Delicious.
People who started to comb through the game files to finally confirm if Grand Theft Auto 4 really did contain a coded NPC that had anything to do with the rats. I said that sentence completely wrong. That's what they did. In their search, what they found is that no, there are in fact no Ratman NPCs coded into the game.
Into their game.
The best they found is an unused train conductor that had voiced lines about seeing a rat the size of a pit bull in the subway system. Why is it then that so many players stated they did see Ratman in the subway? Could the case... Oh, I know. I feel it. I'm sorry, Cowboy.
This is stressing me out.
Could it be a case of mistaken identity? Could they all be liars? Or could it be that Ratman defies the laws of reality and exists in the game as a true paranormal entity? To the former, I say probably, and here's why. A group of self-named Mythbusters took to the scene to debunk the Ratman myth once and for all. They first debunked the previously mentioned mysterious orange liquid, which was in fact just motor oil stains. The blood spatter in the shape of the Ratman's head, it was just a coincidence. The shape is reused in multiple areas, and it's just a prop to decorate random crime scenes. Next, they debunked the sound of rats squeaking in the subway system. GTA 4 contains light fixtures animated to short out at random intervals. The sound of the lights shorting out sound almost exactly like rats squeaking. And these lights are found all throughout the subway system. I checked. That is true. And the mysterious footsteps that people swear they hear in the subway system when looking for Ratman, there are several explanations to cover that. There are several points in the subway where you can actually hear NPCs above on the surface level walking down the street.
Oh, yeah.
Because it is a video game.
Yeah.
The players themselves may have also mistaken their own footsteps when stepping in water in the subway system. One small step and you hear a large kaploosh, which will freak anybody out, right?
Yeah.
Also, the aforementioned underground rubbish pit is home to many of Liberty City's less fortunate. If the player were to randomly shoot their gun in the tunnels, which we all do when we play GTA, these or in real life, these NPCs would scatter into the tunnels, creating all manner of sounds. Many would yell obscenities and nonsense into the darkness, which could be mistaken for the I am Ratman catchphrase, if you hear it incorrectly. And the found bodies? Most assume other players staged hoaxes and killed the poor NPCs before recording. All this aside, the most damning piece of evidence against the existence of Ratman came to be the famous picture itself. When observing the picture, someone with a keen eye can quickly tell the inconsistency between the lighting of the scene and the lighting of the goofy mouse ears on the creature, pointing to an obvious Photoshop.
So not even like a good Photoshop. The lighting was off.
The
like
lighting
they didn't have
was
to use
off.
like analysis of any kind.
Which
like AI, they just go, "Hey, wait, the light's going the wrong way."
Which is fair because like they didn't even know the difference between rat ears and mouse ears. Okay, it was a bad Photoshop, and we all kind of knew.
I've seen the picture. It's very much Mickey Mouse ears. They're very round.
It's literally the Mickey Mouse cap.
Yes, that's what it looks like. Okay. It seems the Ratman phenomenon mounted to nothing more than a hoax.
No.
That is until...
Oh, no, here we go.
Years later, with the release of Grand Theft Auto 5. Soon after its release, players once again started to hear telltale signs that the underground rail system were home to more than just the occasional hobo. If you venture into the deepest reaches of the tunnels, you can, in fact, hear maniacal laughter emanating from the dark. The laughter has no origin, no monster to peer at, but it is present, confirmed, and real.
Yes. Believe in Ratman, you muggles.
And that's the end of the Ratman story. So
Because if you add Ratman, retroactively, he's real because it's all fiction. So if you add Ratman into the future fiction, then everything, he was always real.
He was always
correct.
real.
Posthumously,
I need him to be real.
He's posthumously correct.
Yeah, because they used the light sound to mimic rats because they were like, this sounds a lot like a rat. And then they put a clipboard there because it's like medicine. And then they're like, hey, we didn't put in blood. So like, let's use motor oil because Ratman probably bleeds motor oil.
But sure. Here's the thing. Sure, maybe some people faked and photoshopped, but they thought they were in on a joke. But they weren't in on a joke. They were in on the truth and they didn't know it.
Whoa.
So somebody saw the real Ratman and everybody else were like nudging them with their elbow, being like, yeah, Ratman, right? And the guy was like, no, Ratman. They're like, yeah, you're with me. He's real. He's real. He's got to be real.
He's always been
to
real.
Be real.
I love your idea, though, that they literally randomly seeded certain copies with this creature and some without.
Yes.
That's an amazing way.
They've done that.
To spread story.
They've done that with games. God, I wish I could remember. I'm gonna look it up after this. I'm gonna get it on Twitter. They have done that with games. I think Doki Doki Literature Club does have like a 1% chance thing. That's a perfect game for that to be in.
Yeah,
that kind of shit, dude. It's real.
That'd be incredible. Well, I mean, what about maybe it is a paranormal entity?
It could be.
What if Rockstar...
A ghost in the code.
A ghost in the code. Maybe
what
it
if
is
Rockstar didn't even mean to do it?
Maybe they didn't mean to do it. Maybe they accidentally created this paranormal creature that drifts from game to game, forever haunting the subway system.
They tapped into dark forces accidentally.
Oh. Maybe that's why they're so successful.
Maybe that's why there's no new GTAs.
Ratman is stopping them.
Ratman is holding them back.
Stopping Rockstar from creating a new GTA. The plot thickens!
Somebody help Rockstar. Ratman is holding them captive.
But that's all I have about Ratman. Is he real? Is he not? I don't know.
Of course he's real.
Of course he's real.
So good.
Of course he's real.
There's like Untold Mysteries or Unsolved Mysteries with the guy that was on Star Trek, Commander William Riker.
Is he on a show like that?
Yeah, he's the memes where he just asks questions and then he shows you a spooky Twilight Zone story.
Oh, okay.
Unsolved Mysteries, yeah, with William Riker.
Wait, he didn't do it.
Look it up.
Is he seriously the Unsolved Mysteries guy? Like the original Unsolved Mysteries?
There's a couple people listening to this episode going like, oh, yeah, he's right. Okay, you can't hear him, but they're saying it, and I'm right.
Holy crap.
Have you ever driven a car and then found that you weren't driving a car, but you were asleep in the grocery store?
Driving you?
Whoa. Yeah. True tales
Did you
of
ever
Yakov
punch your
Smirnoff.
grandma and
That's
realize
an
that
joke.
she's a rat man? There's a compilation of them. Oh my god, I love that, dude. I love the ups and downs. That was a roller coaster. That was beautiful.
Well, I have one more story if you guys are ready.
Yeah. Let's do it. Oh.
Hello, fellas.
Hi, Terry.
Hey, Terry.
So I just saw in the lobby that you hired the what's his mycologist guy?
Hubert von Bonbon.
Oh, I had a group on.
Right. Well, I don't understand why you had to hire a cryptozoologist expert when you have one in-house.
We do?
Who?
Well, of course. Me. Terry.
You've literally never talked about it before.
Never said that.
I do nothing but talk about cryptozoology. And anyway, I decided that now would be a great time to share some of my art related to cryptozoology.
I think he saw our Twitter post.
Yeah, I mean, why not, man? Yeah, come on in. May as well spice up the episode with something else.
That's right, and it is going to be quite spicy.
Maybe not palate cleanse, but okay.
I can't wait. We haven't had a single Terry story this entire season, so I'm excited.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah, let's get you back in here.
I mean, you've been here.
I'm ready.
Yeah, I've been waiting for the invite, and I realized if I don't make it happen myself, it never will.
Sorry, Terry.
Yeah, sorry about that.
All right, for my art, I'm going to take you on a journey across the continents of the world.
Ooh.
Oh,
you see, every continent has its own cryptid, its most famous monster of all time, that which goes bump in the night. And we're going to start nowhere else but in North America.
Of course.
Of course.
Now, with this North American cryptid, I'm going to bring in, and with all of these stories, really, I'm going to bring in some Asian flavor. You see, I spent a long time in Chinatown recently, and I realized that the most superior form of art is the haiku.
Of course.
And so, I have written haikus for every cryptid on every continent.
Awesome. I'm excited.
Yeah.
All right. Our first one is North America with, of course, the Bigfoot. Bigfoot or Sasquatch. More important than a name, Dem tiggle bitties. Thank you.
Big foot. Big foot.
For those of you listening who maybe not be as cultured as I am, which, let's be honest, is most of you, haikus follow a very specific structure which you may have noticed. The first line is 5 syllables, followed by a 7-syllable line, and then once again finishing with a 5-syllable line. It's like an art sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
575, yeah. We've all been on Tumblr.
Sure, that's right. And now we're moving down to South America with the one, the only, Chupacabra.
Ooh,
one of my favorites.
I like him.
You're called the Goat Sucker.
Oh, no.
That's why I love him.
Is a terrible name. It should be Throat Goat.
Oh.
Gross. Terry,
come on.
I'm glad you liked it. I'm glad you liked it.
We're not regulated, but Jesus Christ.
It should be Throat Goat.
I agree. It really should be.
And now we're taking it over to the Gold Coast. Or the Ivory Coast, wherever Africa is. I don't know. Geography. With Makele Mbembe.
Ooh,
and since that's 6 syllables, I gotta play with it a little bit.
Sure.
Makele Mbembe. I thought you were Littlefoot from Land Before Time. I mean, look it up. It's pretty accurate.
I know what you're talking about, actually.
I know.
I fucking love cryptid stuff. He's a sauropod, like this crazy, fucking brachiosaurus of Africa, basically.
Interns, can you look that up and send it to me on Twitter? I don't...
Yes, put it on Twitter. Next up, all the way to the Asian continent, we have Kappa.
Oh, yeah.
Capoeira.
The only cryptid who is subbed to Amaranth. Kappa from Japan. Look it up. Also extremely accurate.
Tier 3 sub to Amaranth. You never disappoint, Terry.
Over to Europe. We have the Loch Ness Monster.
Okay, Nessie. You know
a fan favorite.
The Loch Ness Monster. Nessie by a different name. Please, PK flash me.
Jesus Christ, Terry.
PK fire. That is stupid but funny. I don't know why.
Oh. And then down under to Oceania, we have
what?
Bunyip.
Oh, the Bunyip.
You know about the Bunyip? Okay.
I know about all of these dogs.
The mighty Bunyip from all the way down under. Nah, more like Bunyums.
It's okay.
You're reaching, Terry.
And last but not least, the most overlooked continent, Antarctica.
Oh.
We have the Ninjin.
I don't know that one.
Ninja.
Well, get ready, because you're about to know everything. Half whale and half man.
Ooh.
But the worst parts of them both. I'm down if you're down. Thank you. That's been Terry's haiku time.
Good job, Terry. That was
Terry.
quite. Thank you. That was quite the season 2 debut, man.
It had been long enough that I was desensitized to it again, so it was good to have you back. It wasn't overwhelming.
Thank you. All right, have a good show. Bye.
Goodbye, Terry.
Bye, Terry.
I feel like he's slowly conditioning us. We're getting groomed to be okay with the things he reads.
Yeah, I don't know if it's getting better each time or my sense of, what is art is getting worse each time.
What we should accept on this show is getting the bars dropping. I thoroughly enjoyed it, though.
Our next stop on this journey through the bizarre dares you to ask yourself, what would happen if you came face to face with a creature from another dimension? A creature so bizarre that it causes even the most experienced hunters that dare explore the chalice dungeons of Bloodborne to shriek in fright and then post the video to YouTube. The first thing we need to do to understand this tale of multi-dimensional horror is understand what Bloodborne is, what the chalice dungeons are, and why they are integral to this story. Bloodborne is easy enough to understand. It is a PlayStation 4 exclusive developed by FromSoft, makers of games like Dark Souls and Elden Ring. What sets Bloodborne apart from FromSoft's usual dark fantasy fare is that it takes place in a macabre, gothic setting where the only thing standing between you and a painful death is a gun in your left hand and an often serrated and bloody trick weapon in your right. You'll face all manner of terrifying creatures from werewolf to literal Lovecraftian outer god and everything in between. To say Bloodborne was inspired by the writings of H.P. Lovecraft would be an understatement. Now that we know the setting, let's dive into what the chalice dungeons are. Another interesting thing unique to Bloodborne are chalice dungeons, completely optional, yet expansive, procedurally generated dungeons that players can explore if they wish.
Really?
Bloodborne has this option.
I never heard of that.
Contained within these labyrinthine tombs of an ancient civilization, the Tumerians, are powerful gems to power up your weapons, alternate forms of main game weapons to cater to different kinds of builds, a score of unique consumables to collect, and all manner of powerful enemies to hunt. In fact, these chalice dungeons are home to many enemies and bosses that never even appear in the main game.
Ooh. Another thing left up to chance.
In order to access these dungeons, players must first collect a chalice tucked away in the game world and bring it back with them to the Hunter's Dream. For reference, the Hunter's Dream serves as sort of a home base for the player.
Okay.
In the Hunter's Dream, they can perform a ritual by placing the chalice next to a tombstone and combining it with various ingredients, such as ritual blood. The chalice would then serve as a doorway to its corresponding dungeon and remain until the player removed it. There are two types of chalice dungeons: the story dungeon that's tied directly to the game's narrative, and the procedurally generated dungeons that players could actually create and share the corresponding code with others so they can explore it as well.
Well, hold on. That's weird. FromSoft has never done anything like that, right?
Not like this. The chalice dungeons are completely unique.
Like procedural and code sharing.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, absolutely.
I didn't even know about this.
Yeah, and they had all sorts of options and stuff, and you could share your completely randomized dungeons with people, and they can go explore it also.
Oh.
It is in these player-created, randomly generated dungeons that players could experience the weirdest, most unexplainable elements of Bloodborne, such as roaming bosses, unique enemy spawns, and all manner of traps and pitfalls to ensnare the player in. You could even add special conditions to the player-created dungeons, such as enemy boss, damage buffs, and severe debuffs to player health, and everything in between to make it even harder. So, at launch, a de facto group of adventurous Redditors, again. Yep.
It's always Redditors.
It's always Redditors.
Special breed of people.
Calling themselves the Tomb Prospectors, went to work exploring and categorizing the chalice dungeons. There they worked on filling out makeshift bestiaries of everything they're finding, and lists of collectibles. A lot of their work is seen today in the various Bloodborne wikis found on the internet. It was a time of excitement and revelation from the FromSoft community. However, after about a year after Bloodborne had launched and millions of PlayStation owners had already explored the nightmare hellscape that is Yharnam, players assumed that they had experienced everything that this exclusive FromSoft title had to offer. Nevertheless, the Tomb Prospectors worked steadily, creating dungeon after dungeon, just to find out how far they could push the Chalice dungeon system. Eventually, a catalog of Chalice glyphs, which are the codes used to access random dungeons, was compiled. Several popular glyphs remain at the top of lists even today, such as dungeons with easily accessible and prized consumables, easy weapon locations, and the all-too-famous Cum Dungeon,
I knew it!
That provided a plethora of blood echoes, the game's currency, to players by simply spawning into it.
I knew that the cum dungeon was going to come up.
Absolutely. See, you don't know the Chalice dungeon system, but you know the cum dungeon.
I know the cum dungeon. A random Google search led me on to that.
Absolutely. Yeah, there were articles written about the cum dungeon because everybody knows about it. Okay.
It's like, oh, Bloodborne. I'll check that out. Why were you Googling that in the first place?
I swear, honey, I swear it was for
video game lore. I was
for the lore.
Looking up video game lore.
Okay. This is where our story takes a turn for the worse. While exploring newly created Chalice dungeons, one unfortunate tomb prospector was met with a terrible fate.
Ooh.
After dispatching several enemies, the tomb prospector ventured into a tunnel and came face to face with an utterly unknown enemy. The beast crawled low on the ground, dragging its fleshy, slug-like body on 4 small and jagged legs. The head of the beast opened up to reveal an unnerving, visceral, and bloody interior that was encircled with far-reaching tentacles. The beast lashed out with its tentacles and ensnared the tomb prospector, dragging him into its bloody maw, where it attempted to eat him. The attack did not kill the prospector, however, and he was able to avoid becoming an easy meal. When the tomb prospector created some distance between himself and the creature, the beast unexpectedly leapt through the air to close the gap and spit several volleys of caustic slime in attempt to cause further damage. The tomb prospector evaded the attack and strafed behind the beast to find an opening. This is when the beast displayed a defensive action never before seen by any other enemy type in the game.
It shit on him.
The beast retracted its fleshy head into its body. The tomb prospector witnessed in horror as the creature's body undulated and a bulge within the beast moved from the front to the back, where the head then reemerged, seemingly out of its butt probably, and the fleshy double-sided monster then ensnared the tomb prospector once again. This time he wasn't able to escape. The beast swallowed him whole and he perished, leaving his store of blood echoes behind. Contrary to the Ratman, however, the tomb prospector was able to record and share the entire event leading to this unexpected discovery of the labyrinth mole.
A mole?
Is
that just a term, or did it look like a mole?
It did not. Okay, take a naked mole rat and then, I guess, shove a sea anemone where its head should be.
Is that what they named it? The labyrinth mole?
That's what the community named it, was the labyrinth mole, because its head kind of reminded them of a star-nosed mole. That's the mole whose nose has like a lot of like fleshy tendrils at the end, and it kind of looks like a flower a little bit.
You were reading this really horrifying description, and the craziest part was I was like, oh, it's Bloodborne. Like,
absolutely,
it's in a world of horrification.
Right. That is true. That is true. Pretty much every enemy in the world of Bloodborne is this visceral and creepy.
Yeah.
But there is something unique about this creature. News about the discovery of the labyrinth mole spread like wildfire throughout the Bloodborne community. The Chalice glyph was shared to the community at large, and soon fellow players, YouTubers, and game publications all flocked into this dungeon to catch a glimpse of the beast. At first, it seemed that the labyrinth mole was an exciting, but ultimately expected discovery. Plenty of other unique creatures have already been found, and however rare the labyrinth mole is, it was ultimately no different. That is, until the hacking community at large deep dove into Bloodborne's code to discover info like its official name in stats to flesh out the various Bloodborne wikis and the like, because they, compiling their bestiaries, they wanted to find out what this creature was.
So it had all like legit details, all coded.
They quickly discovered that, though the labyrinth mole was sitting right in front of them, it simply did not exist in any of the main game's leveled list.
Ooh.
On top of that, the creature has never even appeared in any official media about Bloodborne. It seems that the labyrinth mole should not exist at all, and people were left puzzled. Where did this otherworldly creature come from? Could it truly be a visitor from another realm? One that doesn't belong in ours? The answer, shockingly, is kind of.
Shocked.
It's the best way I can put it. Kind of. About 2 years after launch, Bloodborne was data mined, meaning every single bit of code was unearthed for people to comb through. More skilled coders and devs, such as YouTuber Zuli the Witch and others, used this treasure trove of information to start piecing together unused assets and cut content that existed within the coding of Bloodborne, but were never meant to be seen. In this code purgatory, they found unfinished enemies and bosses, unused areas, and even cut dialogue, some of which would have fundamentally changed the game's story if it were ever used. It was also here that they finally pinpointed the origin of the Labyrinth Mole. It seems the Labyrinth Mole, officially called a hole digger in its code, was in fact a creature cut from the game and stashed behind the curtains, where players were never supposed to see it.
Right.
This was even confirmed by official Bloodborne devs that worked on the game, who commented on how they were puzzled that the Labyrinth Mole was in the game at all. Why then was this unwanted visitor from beyond the curtain showing up in the game? The answer lies in the Chalice Dungeon system itself. You see, under just the right circumstances, procedural generation of the Chalice Dungeons would work too well.
Yeah.
And it would rip content from the other side, bringing it into the game proper. Data miners could even exploit this to create unique dungeons where players could battle some of the game's cut monsters and the like. It took considerable effort on the part of the data miners because they had to piece cut content together bit by bit to get anything to work. And what they did piece together would never be pulled by the Chalice Dungeon system itself. The case with the Labyrinth Mole, however, it wasn't just a partially complete NPC or mob spawn. It was a complete model with a complete moveset, which allowed the Chalice Dungeon system to successfully pull it into the game. So, in a sense, it was true. The Labyrinth Mole was, in fact, a visitor from another dimension, one that was never meant to be encountered, but is here all the same.
Well, yeah, so that's the thing. He exists. He exists just outside the bounds of that dimension's realities.
Right.
And he found his way. You could say that about real life, that spooky things were not coded into the game of IRL, and sometimes they make it through. You know, right. Quantum physics, I don't know, procedural generation.
No, some people really do kind of work that as a theory about the paranormal. That's why I wanted to share this story, man, because of course it is a video game, but if we ever visited the world of Bloodborne on top of all the spooky dooky horror shit, the Labyrinth Mole would be the only creature there that does not belong. It does not belong, but it was pulled from the other side, which I find absolutely fascinating.
It is interesting. And I like the idea of that it's like basically arbitrary code execution using the in-game mechanics. Like, we've been doing that with games forever. Like you can beat Pokemon Red in like 15 seconds by using arbitrary code execution. Even Missing No is arbitrary code execution.
Right.
So that's not supposed to exist within the game world. But it does because of the exact movements you do. It's almost like doing a ritual to summon the beast from the other side.
Absolutely.
That's the power of chaos. Like everybody's like, okay, logic, programming and coding, and it's all perfect and right, and it makes a game work. And it takes so much effort and lines of code to make. But the power of chaos, random number generation, is that you only need a little blip, and it makes crazy things like this happen. And that's what I love. Procedural generation can make so many fucking crazy things happen. It can pull an entity outside the bounds of this game's reality and bring it in. Absolutely. And I fucking love that.
Yeah.
It almost becomes existential for me, you know? Like I equate that, like maybe real life, the RNG in real life causes things like that to happen, which is like what I was saying earlier.
Right.
This is a neat story to me. It really hits at my core.
It did me too. Like there's plenty of other creatures that would kind of fall into the same, I guess, mythos as Ratman. There's plenty of things out there from creepypastas or whatnot.
Yeah.
But I wanted to share this one because it is in fact real. It's kind of like the giant squid, right? The giant squid was a mythological forever until we found out it was real. And this guy is kind of the same. He is real, but he has this weird paranormal background to him.
And also because you love Bloodborne.
I do love Bloodborne, but the story itself was very neat. It was neat.
Yeah, the only negative I have about that is that the community named it the Labyrinth Mole.
The Labyrinth Mole.
Come on, come up with a cooler name like Moltor. Like, I don't know anything.
Look at the game you're working with and match their level. You know, give
that
it a
which lies
blanky
below.
the blank blanketh. You know,
right? And even like the in-game, and like the real name they had for it, the Hole Digger.
The Hole Digger.
I'm
was
like that. No wonder they deleted that from the game.
That was
I actually have no idea why they did because it was complete. It was the only piece. It was the only piece of cut content floating in the ether that was complete, which allowed the Chalice system to pull it in the first place.
You know, that's actually funny to me because one of the things I noticed with FromSoft games is people are the lore and shit is so detailed and on point and complete, you know, in a sense, that people forget it's a game, that there's a cutting room floor, there's abandoned ideas, there's discarded stuff. And so when they see this, it's so mythical to them because they cannot see these games as a game, as a medium with fucking film strips and stuff. That's neat to me.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, on that note, that's the end of Welcome to Spooky Corp, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. And
hate to see it go.
I think if I can work on another one, I'm going to bring this back because I had a lot of fun doing it. As much work as it took to read about video game cryptids. I would like to bring this back. And
maybe in October.
Ooh.
Not middle, it's May.
It's, yeah, I know.
Summer.
Halloween in May, baby. But, I mean, I guess that's the show, so I think it's time to defeat this video game cryptid and reclaim JB's W-2.
Hell yeah.
Because he refuses to ask HR for a duplicate.
They mark it on your permanent record.
I heard it hurt your credit score.
Everything does.
Yeah.
All right. So the old-timey map with the burnt edges and coffee stains that Hubert gave us says take the elevator down to the goblin's bathroom on sublevel 6.
Wait, the goblins get their own bathroom?
Yeah. You know what? I'm perfectly okay with that, too.
Wow, hot take on bathroom politics.
No, they think the sink is where you poop and the toilet is where you drink, dude.
Okay, fascist.
Jesus, you guys, can we just grab the gear and go?
Fine.
Let's do this.
JB, grab all the equipment and mics and stuff and pack it.
Got it. Oh, whoops. I forgot to turn the mics back on. And there we go.
Jesus, guys. They really don't take care of these lower levels, do they?
Nope. It's probably because all these sublevels are made from, like, moss-covered stones, dude.
Yeah, that reminds me how much I miss playing Diablo.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's get this over with. It's kind of spooky in here.
Everything is spooky to you, dude.
All right, here it is. The Goblin's multi-purpose bathroom / cafeteria.
Kinky.
Oh, fucking gnarly, dude. It's like the set of a zombie game. It's fucking gross.
Yeah, man. Why is it in these places that it's always just one dim light bulb swinging back and forth?
It's a little thing called ambience. Look it up.
Yeah. All right, so what's the plan here? Just besides sit here and wait to die?
Oh, it's simple. You two lure it out in the open, and that's when I start transcribing the incantation.
You mean recite the Gettysburg Address?
And then Jake douses the room in ancient monster powder.
You mean the Old Bay seasoning?
The Old Bay monster powder. And finally, Cowboy.
Yeah.
That's when you hit him with Phase 3.
And by Phase 3, you mean beat him with the sack of oranges.
Phase 3.
Well, this is dumb and we're probably going to die. You ready?
Ready. Nope.
Okay. Hello, Mr. Cryptid Monster, sir. Are you there?
No. Dude, what was that?
Oh my god, I think it's here.
Oh, Jesus.
No, you gotta incite him more. Get his attention. Make him mad.
Hey, Mr. Monster. You aren't that fun to be around.
Yeah.
Your Tinder profile is unappealing.
Ooh, deep cuts.
Most of your friends talk behind your back. And you're probably gonna die alone. If you can die.
What are you doing? I said incite, not depress.
I don't really understand the difference.
Oh my god! Oh shit!
He's here!
Oh, no!
Dude, he's here!
Shit.
Oh my god!
Oh, fuck, dude, it's so dark. I can't even see it. It's moving so fast. This is a bad idea.
JB, start reading.
Okay, here we go. We the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice.
Dude, that's not the Gettysburg Address. That's the Constitution. It's wrong.
They're different?
Yes, they're different.
God, Jesus, fuck. Keep reading.
Oh, Jake, start spreading the old bay out. It's gonna help the comet.
Okay.
Secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and to our posterity.
Shake harder.
To ordain and establish that this Constitution is for the United States of America.
Oh my god. It's out, and it's so slimy, and it's so floppy. Oh no, I don't like this.
Dude, it's shuffling right towards us. What do we do?
Why isn't the old bay calming it down? He said it would calm it down. He said it would be calm. Jake, are you shaking hard enough?
I'm shaking it. I'm shaking it as hard as I can. I can't shake any harder.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God.
Cowboy sign. Phase 3.
Die, you ocean-dwelling serpent of Satan.
Ow! No! Hey!
What?
Hey, what's your problem, man?
What?
The monster can talk? Of course I can talk. I ain't a monster, I'm a fish.
What?
Wait a minute, I know you. You're Bobby the Bass.
Yeah, at your service.
Who? Who? I mean, only the star of learning math with Bobby the Bass? It's like a modern version of Putt-Putt, you know? It's an honor, Mr. Bass. My kids play your games all the time.
Oh, please, just call me Bobby. Bobby the Bass. Okay, Bobby the Bass. What the hell are you doing haunting the basement of GameCorp? Well, times are tough for old Bobby. My game sales never rightly caught on account of most of the math and it being taught incorrectly and due to a minor programming error or two and, well, my own personal incompetence on the subject.
Yeah, my kids did have to repeat the first grade. Twice. Thanks for that.
My sincerest condolences, sir. I don't think they should be putting kids in schools anyway, but that's just one fish's opinion.
But you teach... Okay, whatever. Listen, what does any of this have to do with GameCorp?
Well, I suppose it is quite the slippery pickle of a question now, ain't it?
Yeah, I guess so. Are you gonna answer it?
Well, here's the short of it. Bobby's got a new game in the works, boys. One that's gonna blow the math genre right out of the water, so to speak. Picture it. Algebra 2 with Bobby and you. Okay, neat title, but GameCorp? Right, getting there. GameCorp is known for its ability to sell any game, no matter how ethically unsound or poorly made it may be, but my publisher refused to pay the review bribes, so y'all take the scores of my first game, and now no one will buy my new game unless I get those scores fixed.
Oh.
Well, couldn't you just pay to get the good scores now?
I'm broke. Bobby the Bass is broke, goddamn. Ain't you been listening to my story, son? I've been slipping through y'all's pipes trying to dig up some dirt on y'all's financials so I could blackmail my way back to the top. But then again, my poor math skills made that part difficult. Y'all know numbers can be negative now? The future's wild, man.
Wait, is that why you took my W-2?
Yeah, here's that back, by the way. Numbers had commas in them, made no sense. It must be like 4 in math or something. Bobby, maybe you should try, like, a different career, maybe? Nah, it's far too late for that. Bobby's got a new plan, see? I'm gonna kidnap you three and ransom you for better scores.
Great, I like that idea. Counterpoint, what if I just grab these other 2 sacks of oranges we brought and we just beat the shit out of you?
Boys, I believe I've just had an epiphany. I think old Bobby the Bass is gonna retire and spend life out in the ocean. I'm getting too old for this anyway.
Yeah, that probably sounds for the best, Bobby.
Could y'all help me out and give old Bobby a flush?
Sure. Bye, Bobby.
Later, Bobby.
Bye, Bobby. Bye, boys. Forget I was ever here. You have definitely seen the last of old Bobby the Bear.
Well, that was a weird fucking ending. I guess that's the end of our show, everybody.
Yay, we did it.
Weirdly, yeah. Okay, I'd like to thank Metroid Mike for the use of our theme song, I Can't Break, off of the album Heart of the Juggernaut. He's also in Balefire. Check him out. Donate to his cause. His baby's so hungry and it's your fault. Also, thanks to Inky Danny for the for the super fucking awesome artwork that we use all over the place. Thank you so much.
Always.
Absolutely. And thank you for sending us your questions and the answers to our questions. Keep doing that, please. We want to hear from you. So go out to our corporate website, welcome-to-gamecorp.com. Ask us anything. Go to our Twitter, our Discord, our email, wherever. We're always there. And while you're out there, why don't you send us a follow on Twitter, on Instagram, join our Discord, do it all, baby.
We are a thriving community. I do want to thank all of you, everybody, listeners, new and old, for listening and getting us those reviews on Spotify. You guys are so great. Continue to do that. You can do it on Spotify right now. Go back a page, scroll up, and where everybody's putting those 5 stars, maybe you put 1 too, or whatever you feel we did. You're this far.
Maybe.
Yeah. Five's a nice round number. Also, if you want to interact with us live and not just me talking to you, wherever you are, because this is just one-sided parasocial, join us on Twitch and Discord. We can talk to us live in the chat and live on Discord where we can share jokes and everything. You can find all that shit that JB, I, myself, and Jake had mentioned in the description of this podcast episode. Oh, and before I forget, I need you to do one last thing. It's a lot to ask, but I need you to get the fuck out of here.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Or morning.
It stinks so bad here. It does. It really
Wow.
does.
What if Doblin's shit is like different than... That's it. I'm gonna do it. Beep beep. I'm backing it up. Oh. My Mickey is the worst out of the 3 of us. Oh, I'm backing it up. Oh, here it comes. Beep, beep. Mickey's gonna put his fat dumper. Talking to nobody, talking to myself. Oh, this isn't psychotic. Oh, and I just keep going with it. Hope nobody's listening. Oh.